think we might be live now.
It says, she just messaged and says, oh, I just got a notification on my phone from your channel. Oh, yep, it's loading now.
Ah, well, what a great show we put on to absolutely no one for 15 minutes.
Can you see? Can you hear us as well?
Oh boy.
Now we gotta capture the magic again.
I know. Well, we're gonna.
Okay, they can hear us.
They can hear us. I'll be more. I might wait a minute
buffers
to actually see if we can see the stream. I wonder if we have too many people watching the stream in the house.
Maybe.
It shouldn't really matter. We're definitely, I'm going to do a quick refresh here. I'm sorry, we're having some technical difficulties. We actually were doing a stream to absolutely no one. We actually were doing a stream. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh. To absolutely no one. There we go. Okay, we're here. I wonder, I'm sure probably some people left because nothing happened for so long.
Right.
We thought we were streaming. We're
buffering hard.
We are buffering hard. I don't know what. We definitely seem to be having some issues. Do you, in the chat, do you guys mind? Is the stream playing okay for you? We're having some pretty big issues here on our end. We actually were streaming for a while to nothing. It kind of shut down. Okay. Looks
good.
Looks like things are working. That quality is looking pretty rough, but hopefully for other people it's a bit better. It's all right. I see it's good for some people. Perfect. We're gonna go. We're keeping an eye on the chat, so if it gets really bad, let us know. I kind of wonder, because we don't need to play it for us. I wonder if I pause it here, if the chat's still coming in. So people are saying it's fine. All right, people can see us. We're gonna. Hi everyone. We're gonna start over. We were so clever too, Matt.
I know.
We said so many cool things, you guys. It was amazing. All right, we're gonna cycle back through it. No one will ever know the things we said. Matt and I are happy to be here. We were delayed because of COVID. Now I feel very rushed.
Right.
Because
I got sick.
Yeah, Matt got sick. I got sick. We haven't been able to do this. We're super excited. The whole reason we're here and the whole reason we're doing a vintage stream is we actually, I went to order sorry, I'm all flustered. I was looking on Facebook and I saw these vintage blasters come up and, oh, I can see your beer, Matt. Daniel said.
No, it's because I poured some down.
Oh, you're fine. So I was looking on Facebook and I saw this load of vintage blasters. Vintage blasters that I'd heard about before. I was super excited about it. I'm like, okay, that sounds awesome. They were only put to sale 20 minutes ago. Yep. And I contacted the person and he very politely told me they're all gone. I'm like, well, who would care so much about vintage blasters in St. John, New Brunswick except me? And it turns out it was this guy.
For you.
For me. Even better. So Matt swooped in. He bought a bunch of vintage blasters. I opened them up on Christmas, or after Christmas, when we did kind of our Christmas. Mm-hmm. Not Matt and I specifically, as a group.
Ideas for the future.
It is. That'd be nice. So I keep checking just to make sure that like someone's not sending me a note that the stream is down. My mom just sent a video. I'll check it later, Mom, if you're watching. So I opened all these up. I was so excited, and immediately I'm like, I want us to do a stream at some point. I want to do a stream at some point and go through all of these blasters. Mm-hmm. So let's do it. A couple things I do want to plug real quick before we go. I want to say thanks again to all the people in the chat who have kind of
stayed with us.
Yeah. It's fine here, but on PC. So thanks to all the people who've kind of checked in and told us it looks okay. I appreciate that. If it stops at any point, I guess blow up that chat just so we know, because we usually have it streaming beside us so we can see, but I've stopped that because it was just, I was worried that was interfering with the stream.
Yeah.
Anyway, a couple things to plug real quick. On my Etsy store, I have been selling a few kits for the Meeker, the Meeker Mega Dart build. So that's been kind of a lot of fun to ship out a few of those. This build is very neat. It converts a rival knockout into a Mega Dart firing, very small profile blaster, which is really fun. I really like these. I really like these colors. I've sold 3 kits now and sent those out.
Nice.
So that's really cool. Of course, I pay a licensing fee to Meeker Arms every time we've chatted and everything. So it's all in the up and up. So check that out. Also on the old Etsy store, my little flippy guy is on there too. I've shipped one of these to the UK, which is cool. And you basically attach this to a couple different blasters. And the whole point of this is you can flip it around. It's neat. I've done videos on it. Some of you, it's a small circle here. You've probably seen it. Right. I think we should just fly into it.
Okay,
yeah, let's just get back into it.
Keep the same order for.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So first up, Foam Swordsman, love you but hate Etsy. I get that. Makes it very easy though. Once you've measured stuff and put it in, shipping is brutal. I feel like I'm very spoiled by shipping. It's definitely, I agree, it's not the best way, but for like casual learning times for me, it's been pretty good. This secret shot is really, really neat. The cool thing about this, when the first time we looked at it, Matt and I looked at it and we're aiming and we're looking at this and
we fired them off.
Oh, we fired all the darts during our last demo. I might have more. Hold on. From my limited supply here. Oh my goodness. My vintage dart collection is low.
Clutch, though.
So we're looking at this and we're like, well, this is a neat blaster. The performance is actually, that dart went weird, but the dart's weird.
Straight.
We're like, this is cool, but what's its deal? What is it? We finally found out it's the 1995 Secret Shot. It should have some decals. The decals were worn away. Kind of interesting that the decals are like so cleanly gone. There's not even like glue residue. I don't know if someone purposefully took them off.
Could be.
But it's a cool blaster. And we're like, what's its deal? It turns out its deal is if Matt was like, hey, stick them up, you're dead, I'd be like, oh, and then nothing would happen. Everything, there we go. Tell me to stick them up again.
Stick them up.
Oh, you got me. And then I fire a dart out of the handle of this blaster, which is, I think, really neat. And the secret shot, while we're talking secret shots.
Right.
Sheepers. Not to be confused with this Rebel secret shot that I just got and did a video on the other day. So this is the OG secret shot. This is the newer, but also very cool secret shot. Oh, this doesn't work that way. This one works this way. Ugh, there's nothing like doing a stream to no one to just throw you off your game. We'll always remember the times we had.
Hey, Nerf Daddy.
Hey, evening, Nerf Daddy. I'm glad you popped by. Matt and I were animatedly doing a stream to basically just a non-functional camera in an empty basement for a while, but we're glad we got the stream actually going. The stream is struggling, but working. That is, it's so bizarre that it's worked so well before and isn't this time. I guess we'll just power through at this point. I think something I am going to do in future, I do have some things to actually hardwire a connection down here. So I'm hoping in future it'll be better. It's so weird that the other ones seem to go a lot smoother than this one. But we are where we are.
It is what it is.
It is what it is at this point. We're powering through. So that's that. Let's jump over. I was being all polite the first time and like, Matt, you choose and you choose. So now we don't have time. This is from 1992. This is a really, really cool looking blaster, the Nerf Sharpshooter, I believe it's called. Don't have any darts for this one yet. I actually do have some darts. They're just outside of Boston. I'm hoping someday to be able to travel and get them. A friend ordered them so that I could actually have... It takes these weird darts that only exist for this blaster, I think, that have little fins on them.
Yeah, from what I read, yeah, only that blaster.
They're very, very, very rare. So I'm not going to dry fire that just aggressively. It's 30 years old. But this is a cool little blaster. I love the color scheme on it. It's kind of interesting that like the quality of the stickers is still in good shape and everything.
Yeah.
Like this one is in good shape. Matt did a good job curating this one.
I did mention, yeah, there were several of them on eBay, and some of them did have darts, but the blasters weren't in great shape. So I figured I'd pick up the best blaster, and you can source some darts from somewhere else.
And I already have. You know me well.
Right.
That was not a concern. Let's go. You had picked out before, Matt. You had picked out the Max Force blasters to talk about. These are super cool. We might as well let's double up.
All right.
These are cool. They're basically these cool little animal themed blasters. They're slam fire. They don't have triggers or anything. You're basically just like pulling this back. Oh, I have a foamy mustache. I'm getting all sorts of live comments on things.
Criticism.
So my razor, I'm pretty sure got used to groom a dog. So I need to get some new stuff. So I'm turning into full sea captain mode.
Sure.
Maybe I'm just embracing the maritime foam.
Yeah.
That I'm just going full into it. Anyway, these max attack blasters are neat. They're slam fire. You pull them back, let them go. I have very limited darts that would actually fire these guys. Oh, this is kind of weird to get that on.
Yeah, that guy, because he's missing his lower jaw.
Right.
Normally you'd have to physically hold his mouth open to load the dart.
And that dart fits in his mouth like a glove.
Yeah.
That's not the right comparison probably, but... But they work pretty neat, and like, how cool are these? So Matt and I were talking about as well, these ones, the aesthetic of this kind of reminds me of these toys, and maybe someone on the stream remembers who's my age, because I've out-aged Matt on this one. They remind me of these toys that transformed into boulders. So they basically transform these toys into boulders, and then you play with them in rock mode. And then they sound awful as I'm describing them,
right.
But they were cool back in the day. The aesthetic of this one and like the rough edges and the craggly stuff here, it looks... Oh, Danielle, look at that guest star. You're making us uncomfortable in the chat, Danielle. This is not appropriate. Cool blaster. That Scarab, I think, also really cool. Nerf Talk remembers these. He's old like me, apparently.
Oh.
Perfect. Do you have any of these, Nerf Talk? These old-timey ones? We'll see if he... Age is just a number. I mean, as a man sitting in my Nerf collection in my basement, I agree.
Sure.
Age is just a number.
Right.
It is a number and degrees of soreness in your knees.
True.
I feel like is what it is.
Yeah.
That one's really cool. I was actually saying before, I actually think this one aesthetically is my favorite between the alligator one, because I like the Scarab wings opening.
They're clear. It's more colorful. It feels like there's more action going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool.
I like that a lot. I was also saying too, I really like these Max Attack logos, like these little badges. I think those are very, very neat. I would love to have a Nerf Max Attack shirt. I think that would be really, really neat. I'm gonna have to look into that and see. So, Scarabs, alligators, Secret Shot.
Hornet.
Let's go to the Hornet. This is a really neat blaster. This is an air powered one, so you like pump this guy up. What does he take for darts? He doesn't take regular darts. He does take regular darts. Now I'm trying. Oh, sorry, Matt. I'm trying to remember what year the Hornet is now. I feel like the Hornet must be a slightly older. If you
want to say 96, 97, 98, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, somewhere around when we changed over to regular darts. 1993, 96.
Oh, well off then.
So, let's see here.
Bionicles, yeah.
Oh, the Dragonfly one. That would be cool. I think that one looks really, really, really neat. All right, it has an air bladder in the tail. A really fun spinny thing. And actually works pretty good. I would actually say, for how old this is, almost 30 years old. I have a couple other air-powered blasters here. I would say this one kind of works the best of any of the ones I have, which is kind of wild. That's actually pretty good performance. I should have chronoed that. I didn't, though. And I'm not going to now because I don't want the delicate stream to stop streaming.
Yeah, no one move.
Where are we going next? We got a couple options here.
I'm going to leave your favorite to last.
Okay,
So
okay.
Go here.
Oh, that's a good one, too. That is such a cool blaster, the Manta Ray. What year is the Manta Ray?
The Manta Ray is... That's a good question. You're gonna put me on the spot. I don't know.
I feel like someone out there probably knows what year the Manta Ray is. I should have suspected. My internet was struggling just to basically open up like an Instagram window. So I probably should have known that it would be a bit of a bad scene. Let me see here. Manta Ray. How unprofessional. Manta Ray.
Oh, yes. We forgot about the switch shot. Nerf Talk just reminded us of the switch shot. The Nerf and the...
Oh, yeah. We'll bring that one back up. We talked about it in our live stream to no one.
Yeah.
We covered it in depth,
Detail.
So it made us kind of forget it. The Manta Ray is... 1996. So these are the only old school Mega Darts I have. These things are like gold.
Yes, they look very fragile.
Yeah. You want to throw a couple in there?
All right.
Let's do it. But it's basically, this is a blaster that would be very appealing now. When I think of how many things that we have, especially like an arm gauntlet thing.
This also counts as a shield, right, in the official rules?
Right. It does count as the shield, yeah. Don't lose those darts, man.
Hit the chrono. That's fine.
Oh, we'll find them. Only a year older than Danielle. Oh my goodness. Whoa, boy.
Yeah, this one. This is primarily why I bought the lot for you, because this was the cover photo of the ad. And I had looked into these a little bit because you had mentioned Max Force stuff before.
Yeah.
And every single eBay ad, every single marketplace ad that I could find, Kijiji everywhere, this was chipped here, or one of these was gone, or none of the stickers were there.
That's
so
wild.
For this to be intact with all the stickers, I mean, someone did screw down into the stickers, but they're still all there.
It's pretty good. Like, yeah, it has some little scratches on it. Someone put some weird tape on the underside, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. But it's pretty good. And yeah, it actually is a shield. It looks cool. It hurts me to say that it's not my favorite of them. It's definitely number 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
But probably if I was picking a favorite, I just like the ridiculousness of this Max Attack Scorpion Blaster. I am gonna fire it. I've been kind of firing these very.
You said you were gonna fire this once when you opened it.
I know, and because it's fun. I mean, that's what it all is. So you put a dart on the tail. Prime it by pulling out its head. And
that was terrible.
That was terrible. That dart is messed up. But you squeeze the trigger and it like flicks ahead. So there's a little bit of stressing on the plastic here. But when you think about how hard would this have been to store, it is a miracle.
10-year-old.
Yeah, it is a miracle that it survived. Like there's a little bit of stressing down here. So yeah, there's like an air tube that goes here. So when you compress this, it curls this up. But it is. Well, actually, there's probably a cable in there.
Sounds like there could be.
I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I should know by now. But it is a very, very, very cool blaster. I just think it's so ridiculous and neat, and I like the profile of it. Mm-hmm. And it's just so cool.
And the color scheme's cool.
The color scheme's really cool. I want to mention too. So I'm gonna bring this up. I'm sure if the stream is struggling, we will see how this actually looks for people. I feel kind of bad about that. It's so bizarre when it's was working pretty good earlier, but my last work call of the day was like really rough. I wonder if it's just rough network times in general, maybe. So my pal over at Vintage Nerf, you should follow at Vintage Nerf on Instagram. He is always posting new inbox amazing Nerf stuff. His collection is crazy. I'll be putting a link in the description after when this is eventually public, because everyone should definitely go check that out. I am going to bring up he sent me a picture because I asked him, I was like, hey, is there anything like any fun facts you have about any of these blasters? What am I looking at here? I thought I saved this to my camera roll. Hold on. I asked him, is there any fun facts about any of these blasters? And he knew I really liked the Scorpion one. And he sent me this page from a catalog of the Whiptail Scorpion, this silver edition. This was never released. It was supposed to be released. It showed up in a for sure that was in catalogs and actually got to that state of, and then just didn't get made or got canned. And it's like anything, there's so much cool history that basically as people, these older people who worked there die, we lose all that history. Like it's very sad. I would love to see a good story on some of the Nerf history stuff. But I think there's a lot of stuff already that people just don't know.
Right.
So anyway, yeah. So that, I mean, that's oh, the flip shot. Let's bring that back up. The flip shot is from 1999. I was trying to keep the vintage stuff like in the 90s. The flip shot just squeaks in. This is another air powered blaster. This fires old school mega darts, of which, I mean, this is one. I think this is just like so deteriorated that it. I'm gonna try to fire it. What am I doing? Oh, I'm not firing anything. Let me try again.
The best.
Hold on. Ooh, when it farts, you know it's ready. All right, it's not where it does. It does. You know what? I don't know what these darts are, but these worked. These worked once. Okay, whatever. It does work if you have the right darts in it. It actually has a decent air seal. The cool thing about this flip shot, you flip it around like this. This has a water reservoir. You fill up this bladder, pump it up, and you have yourself a super soaker style thing that actually works really well. I did do one. Sorry if that almost hit you in the face. Yep. That would have been good.
History channel would be cool.
A Nerf History channel would be amazing. A snobby Brit to host it. I mean, it's a good idea. I have been trying to encourage. I don't vintage Nerf is not. He's not a snobby Brit. He's American and in the Eastern time zone somewhere. But I have been saying that if he had a channel, it would be super interesting because he's very into it and all of that history. Maybe he can team up with a snobby Brit. I mean, they're out there.
Yeah,
they're definitely out there.
They are.
But that would be very cool. So this blaster is neat. I really like this kind of retro. This feels like something that was like if you were designing something to look futuristic in the 50s. It has that kind of aesthetic. Like even this priming handle and the cool like wavy details in the trigger.
It's very mid-century atomic.
Yeah, absolutely. Like this blaster, this is what the kids in Fallout would use for sure. Reginald Nerfenborough, I definitely would watch Reginald Nerfenborough. I would watch his show for sure. Do I need an alter ego? Do I need to become Edward Nerfenborough? How are we doing for time, Matt?
20 minutes.
Those lost minutes. Oh, we're so dumb. I don't.
I'm just a guest host here.
Oh, sorry. I'm so dumb. You're not dumb. I can't call you dumb. It's your birthday tomorrow.
That's true.
It's your birthday tomorrow. And before I open up my big old Nerf present from myself.
Right.
It's your birthday. Let's open up a thing I bought for me. But I want to bring this over because I don't know what's cooler than eating cake
on live stream.
On a live stream.
Sure.
I'll get you a tiny little football cake.
Oh.
Because I know you like football.
I do.
And I don't care about football at all, but I care about you. So a little football cake. I would love if everyone on the stream could say happy birthday to Matt. Yeah.
I'm going to slice it right down the middle.
Right in the channel.
Yeah.
That's a lot of on-camera eating. I respect your style.
That's true.
I'll take a quarter.
Yeah.
I feel like people did not sign on to the stream to see me eat cake.
Is this turned into an ASMR video?
It is ASMR. No, it is a feed. It is a feeder channel. You can feed me. So happy birthday to Matt. Matt is an excellent friend. I'm not getting choked up. It's post-COVID stuff. Okay, I'm not crying. You're crying. I do have a cough. So for Matt's birthday, I'm gonna tell you guys at the same time. Nerf Talk wants to know who's gonna win tomorrow. Let's do that first.
Oh, Rams by 4.
Rams by 4.
Yep.
That is very specific. Oh no, we lost the. Okay, my computer went to sleep. I think we're okay.
Never mind.
Rams by 4.
Rams by 4.
Football.
As a Cowboys fan, it pains me, but I think they're gonna win.
Oh, okay. Well, there you have it, folks. Lock in that prediction. Make your bets. Get in there. Oh, he's saying, "Oh, I wonder if I lost a subscriber." Maybe he'll be very upset with what you said.
Well, if he's from is he from Ohio?
No,
he's
no.
Canadian.
Nerf Talk's Canadian.
Right,
He's from Ontario.
Okay.
He's in that Ontario zone.
Right.
So the other thing for your birthday that I want to do is I want you. You don't have to do it right now. I want you to pick out a blaster from my collection, and I have a gift card for you, so you can either get some upgrade springs and parts, or some flywheels and motors. And we're gonna, because when I give gifts, I like to make them partly about me.
Right.
And we're gonna hang out. And if it's a flywheeler, we're gonna make some flywheelers together.
Cool.
We're gonna solder. We're gonna be like, it'll be like that scene in Iron Man where he's making the Mark 1. Right. But it'll be you and I down here with safety goggles or a soldering iron.
Or is it Iron Man 3 and I'm the little kid?
I think I'll end up being the little kid, or I'll be like the goofy robot who knocks things over.
Right.
So we're gonna figure that out. But that's my birthday present to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
I need time to think about this.
I know, and I did. Part of me was like, oh, like we're not. I'm not gonna make you pick right now. I think it would be cool, like one that I'm planning on doing soon. So I'm gonna be doing an order. Some of you guys have probably seen the Mayfly thing where people are taking old Mavericks, putting in a 3D printed cylinder, making it a Talon-fed flywheel blaster. I'm probably gonna get some micro flywheels and work on that as a project. But Matt, the world's your oyster. Spectrum, there's some great Spectrum mods. Yeah. I'm opening it up. If you want to do a Percy's one, I have full disclosure. I have 4 Percy's. So if you would like to do one of those, that's okay.
No, we're not reenacting Ghost.
We're not. Well, we might reenact the scene from Ghost once we're actually soldering. So,
okay,
I'll hold your hands while you solder.
Okay.
I'm so terrible at soldering. The thought of me even like attempting to teach anything is just amazing.
Okay.
Oh, happy birthday from McAllen, Texas. That's very nice.
Oh, cheers, sir.
Cheers to you. Cheers, a coffee. Cheers.
Yes, coffee.
To you. So I just thought that would be fun, though. I mean, So Matt is dragged into a lot of Nerf stuff with me, but I feel like you've embraced some of the lifestyle that you've been forced to embrace.
Yes. Oh no.
And we've had some good times in the backyard, and I just thought it would be very cool to do a project like that and be a good time. Building your own, I think there's lots of fun to be had with stock stuff, but I will say, like building like a flywheeler and like wiring it up and then it working for the first time is
sense of accomplishment. Yeah.
It feels pretty good.
Yeah.
But also I know you can be a spring guy too. There are a world of we can get just springs and new O-rings and lubricants.
Ooh, lubricants.
We'll go crazy.
Okay.
So we'll work out the details on that. I'm sure there'll be some sort of video showcasing your achievements for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're maybe at the time where I should open up
your gift.
I should open up my gift. We've talked about a theoretical gift that I'll give to Matt. So now it's time for me to actually get something for me. Check it on the stream here. Just enough Percy's. And, to be fair to me, which is one of my favorite phrases ever. I have 2 new in box. They went on like a crazy sale for like $69 or something at Toys R Us. They were just clearing them out.
Right.
And I was like, and at the same time, I was reading in like Discord and other groups that like people couldn't find them. So I was like, "Wah." So I just bought them. I regret nothing.
No.
One of my Percy's, this one, that would be the one you could have because it's mine and doesn't work. The red one is actually Susan's. But I mean, if you were if you were gonna get it for flywheel modding though, it wouldn't really matter. But a good one. We're gonna put. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Oh, you know what? I did really briefly want to talk about this one. This is 2001. It's not in the 90s.
Shame. But
I think this is one of the coolest looking, steampunkiest blasters I've ever seen. I'm going to throw a couple darts in here. I'm not going to put all the darts in here. It holds a bunch. Now, one thing that's kind of cool about this that doesn't work is it has a rapid fire and single shot selector. And I have 2 of these.
And neither of them work?
Neither of them work. So this is one that I am going to open up at some point. But like, oh, we didn't get around to the darts. Fire. Hold on.
Yeah,
hold on. Almost there.
There you go.
This blaster, though, is very, 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 very cool. I think this is awesome. Like, look, it has this, like, this flares out and, like, protects your hand. You can see the spring. Just all of the, like,
it looks functional.
Piping. Yeah. It's so cool. I would like to do 2 things. I would like to open this up and see what's going on with this rapid fire, single fire selector. The other thing I would love to do is I would love to potentially hook this up to CO2.
Okay. Sure.
Because I think that would be cool.
Now, would one of those tiny little cylinders for like hobbies be enough to?
I don't know. So I joined the high pressure airheads Nerf group on Facebook.
Okay.
Who get into doing like
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, those kind of builds, and I kind of want to follow along with that a little bit and see. I don't know. I honestly know almost nothing about it. But I wouldn't mind.
That's where we found these mod, the Goodwill or Valley Village.
Yeah, our version of Goodwill. It was badly. It sucks that it was damaged on you. Like this one's in really nice shape. It's just is this like a cheek rest?
Chin rest.
It's very.
No, it's a spoiler. It's for aerodynamics.
Oh, it must be. But I mean, I just think this sounds so cool too. I'm gonna do it one more time. It's cool. So I wanted to mention this one. This one gets honorable mention.
Apparently they break easy.
They do break easy. Interesting. Well, I will be careful. I do have 2. I do. Well,
I'll be careful with one of them.
I'll be careful with one of them for sure. I mean, these were both. So I have an embarrassing treasure trove of Nerf, but like an awful lot of these were like
a couple bucks.
Yeah, like $3.99 or it. All it takes is going to Value Village every time you go anywhere. That is kind of where I'm at. All right, guys.
Oh, Beans Dude just showed up. He was in the last stream, I think.
Hey, Beans Dude. I'm glad you made it.
To the actual stream.
You didn't miss much because we Matt and I did a stream to absolutely no one for about 15 minutes. Luckily, my girlfriend popped her head down. She actually opened the basement door and was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And I was like, "Oh, we're streaming." I felt like a kid in an 80s movie who like their mom is like opening the basement door asking if their D&D group wants snacks, and it was like, "What are you doing? We're streaming down here. We're busy."
More Hot Pockets, man.
Yeah, and she's like, "We can't see what you're doing," and we realized we were broadcasting nowhere. Anyway,
we still had fun.
I'm glad you made. We did have fun. Fidget Foam is wondering, do your thrift stores actually have Nerf stuff? Half a dozen within a few minutes, and had to switch to Marketplace. Yeah,
surprisingly they do.
Value Village has tons of stuff almost every day. It is shocking. Like, we're in a city of what, like 80,000 people?
Yep.
80,000 people in our city, not a big city. The Value Village over east has Nerf all the time.
At least 3 to 4. Like, not always good stuff, but at least 3 or 4 blasters.
It's kind of rare I come out of there not getting something. Whether it's like something rare or like if you want to grab one of those guys. Like, I picked up 2 of these today at Value Village.
These were there as well.
Those were there. Yeah, those were there another day. I got 2 of these. These were $2.99. So Reflex 6s, I run parties in the spring and summer and fall. I would in the winter, but COVID. And these are such good party blasters. I was like, well, for $3, giddy up.
Oh, Beans Dude showed up after
Oh,
the
Beans
vintage.
Dude, you'll have to. We went through all of the vintage stuff one by one. You'll have to check out the stream after, but you did come at a good time because this package is the only Nerf that I had as a kid. I kind of got into Nerf a lot later, so I haven't told people what it is. I did have a guess on my channel. Oh, I feel kind of bad. I told him I would read out what his guess was. Do you have your phone handy?
Yeah.
Can you bring up the community thing on my channel?
Sure.
Because I would feel kind of bad. He's the only person who made a guess, so I'd feel kind of bad if I did.
Oh, as to what it was?
Call him out. Yeah, he made a couple guesses. Actually, one of his guesses, he guessed that it was the secret shop.
Okay.
And yeah, and I was like, oh, it wasn't the secret shop, but there is a secret shot here. That's one of the ones we talked about. Beans Dude, if you've never seen a secret shot, the cool thing about this is when this is in the up position, it fires a dart out of here. If it's in that down position, it fires a dart out of the handle. Super cool blaster.
Was this guy? The Expand-A-Blast?
Oh, it's Expand-A-Blast. Interesting. Well, I'm not going to... So his guesses are the secret shot and Expand-A-Blast. I'm not going to say... I'm going to show... I don't know where... I had a utility knife over there. I don't know where it is, though. I could probably make do with a screwdriver, though.
Spare scissors.
Oh, that'll do. So, the kind of thing about this that I don't know what I'm going to do yet until I get in here is this is new in box. So I got to decide if I'm actually going to open it. Now, the only thing that's kind of saving it that I might open it is the box is in rough shape.
Right.
So, if I can open it without ruining the box, I might. Wow. Oh, man. I'm excited. It's funny. I actually was trying to think. It was funny. I was like, I wish I had some story of like my childhood love of Nerf, and I didn't really have any Nerf. It just wasn't a super big thing here.
Right.
And then I realized when I saw this, I'm like, I had that. I had that in the exact same colors. I absolutely had it.
Lon made a last-minute guess of the Superman.
Okay. Guesses are in.
No more bets.
No more bets.
Gentle. Oh, very cool.
It is the Nerf Blast-O-Matic. I remember firing this thing, and we would load this thing up with like all the balls in it, and you could like give it a big pump, and it would actually fire them like an inline clip.
Okay, cool.
Like it would basically fire one out, and the next one would be ready.
Okay.
So this was, and it uses the. Oh, I meant to grab. I have the Nerf Buzzsaw. It uses the ballistic balls. I think it uses the same balls as this. So this is.
What year is this?
Oh, I should know this, Matt. I was just
93.
Yeah,
Tonka.
1993. Yep, Tonka. Way back when, the old Nerf logo here. So I'm actually gonna say, you know what? Like, it's new in box.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this like tape has rotted. I'm going to, as long as I don't. Oh,
It's tied down.
it does have a tie wrap on it.
I think it's not even a twist off. It's an actual
A
zip
snippy
tie.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. This is a tough one to do. I don't.
Put it to a vote. Give your community
I don't know, guys. What do you think? Should I open this up? I feel like maybe I will open it up. I don't feel like the box is in such good shape that I'm like destroying a piece of history. The box is in rough shape. I love having it. I probably will display it sitting in the box.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm going to feel too bad about snipping
Snipping
that
one
tie-dye.
thing.
Or that tie-dye.
Tie down.
So I'm doing it. People are saying do it.
Do it.
I hope the community doesn't come for me.
There will always be a subset of the community that comes for you.
Well, that's very true. I want to be super careful with this box.
Does this not come with balls?
It does. I verified that it did, so let's really hope that it does. Because that would be bad if it didn't.
Oh, instruction.
Oh, I will say, this is the first time I've ever opened up Nerf that I'm very excited about the instruction book. Wow.
They're in there.
Ah, look at those colors. This is super cool. Oh my goodness. I think, look at this Nerf poster. I might
very
have to
Very
get this framed. And then we have the other side here too. I'm pretty pumped about this. Oh, whoa! All right, So here's my compromise. I don't think I'm going to open these because I think the Nerf ballistic balls I have for my buzzsaw will work. I think. I thought they were in there. They might be in here. This is my drawer of weird stuff. Tiger darts. Oh, here they are. Those are. Yeah, I think those are the same.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, I feel like
they might just disintegrate.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna keep those in. I'm definitely Beans dude. I'm not gonna pin up that poster, you madman. I'm going to gently frame it and lovingly put it up somewhere. But I'm definitely going to put it up. All right. So that poster is awesome. It is super cool. So I'm gonna show.
Oh no! Oh. Slightly different diameter.
I wonder if they are a slightly different diameter. They look.
Slightly bigger.
I think they are. Maybe
it would make sense for Nerf. They have a penchant to just.
No, I think they're the same. I put one in. It's got a spring in there. This is like. Excuse me. This is definitely new, but wow, it's dirty. I am probably getting COVID dust from across the ocean on me right now. Like, this handle is really grody. I'm going to have to give this a good clean. Mm-hmm. But I do love all these colors. I am going to fire it. Oh.
You're sucking it back.
I am. I wonder if that is not...
I don't think
I wonder if it's too big. Oh, no. Oh, hold on. We're almost out. Oh, whoa! Wow! I don't know what our FPS reading on that would have been, but it would have been a lot.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That's that COVID dust from overseas.
Sure.
All right. The last thing on Earth I want to do is is damage this or anything. Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is gently clean up the box a little bit. Mm-hmm. Find a nice place of honor for that guy. Maybe, and I don't think I'm going to fire this again.
I would not advise it.
No, I feel like I was that was some pretty hard reefing on this as it was, and that came out of there.
60 plus.
Yeah, I'm sure
it was at least 60.
It definitely came out of there fast. Yeah. Like, it was hitting. I feel like it was hitting elite par for sure. But I mean, this is actually. I've always thought this is a really, really cool, really cool design. I mean, I guess it is a hamp because you're pulling it back and then you are
plunging forward.
Yeah, like this. Essentially, this is your plunger. This is your plunger tube. This is your plunger. And there is an O-ring in there, and you are just basically pounding that forward. I remember it's so funny to be like so gentle with this. I remember we would stuff like so much stuff in there.
You probably wield it like a sword as well.
Oh, just like smashing each other with these things, and it survived it. Yeah. But I feel like, well, it's been a long time. I don't think I need to smash anyone with this thing. But I do love those colors. Now I really want to do... I actually have all three of these colors.
Okay.
Now I want to do like maybe some sort of meeker build like in exactly these colors. That would be kind of cool.
Right. That'd be cool.
Or something that... there's not a lot of 3D printed stuff that fires these ballistic balls. That would actually be kind of
Okay, they're not as squishy as I thought they'd be.
No, they're pretty firm. I have a gauge. I'm gonna check out after if these have a different diameter.
Now, are these expensive and rare?
Yeah.
Oh.
Those are also rare, but I mean they're rare, but they've been used at least. I mean, I think
I was gonna say, if you can find these fairly cheap, you can just grind them down to the diameter you want. But
Oh, goodness.
if they're not cheap, then don't do that.
No, they're hard. They're hard enough to find. It's a Jolt reskin. I mean, basically, it's all the entire world is a Jolt reskin.
Right.
But this is pretty cool. I'm definitely pumped to have this. This is actually it's that dust from overseas.
The Greek dust.
That's right. This is super cool. Like the different crossbows and this is a checklist of things to buy.
Right. So I'm big into vintage video games, and my favorite stuff is always the inserts and the old advertisements and stuff.
Yeah,
it's always super cool to see.
So what's kind of interesting about a lot of this stuff, though, is I don't want to make it sound too easy, but like there's not much on here, which is kind of a cool thing about Nerf that you can't find on eBay. Like sure. It's not so cheap to buy every one. But if any of these in this brochure was like your dream to have, there's not, you could probably save up and get it, and right. It would be
you're not taking out a loan.
No, for sure. Like this was $60 plus the shipping and everything.
Right.
So I mean, I feel pretty good about that. Yeah. Not to like go on about like what was paid for things. I only say it as an example of like you can kind of get your Dream Blaster somewhat reasonably, unless it's like something really, really, really. There are a few that are more expensive, but I hope this looks like this was left out in the sun.
It's a little faded, yeah.
Left in a pallet somewhere. Target practice for one or more players. Blast against the wall for one or more players. Somebody game Blast Golf, which is basically Blast Target, but they're calling it golf. I'm going to put up a bunch of pictures of this on my Instagram for sure. And I'll probably do a YouTube short about this. I probably won't do a full one. I'm glad I have some footage of me firing it because I probably won't do that again. Like this seems, like this spring in here seems pretty delicate, really.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting. Anyway, I think that takes us through it. I feel like between the show we did for you guys and the show we did
for ourselves
to no one,
right.
I feel like we've covered a lot. One other, a quick thing I did want to mention.
Oh yeah.
Because at the start I was talking about different projects and just doing a little bit of this is a Fortnight Flare. I did an upgrade to this. I have a mod guide for it coming. This has an added spring. I added an extra spring from an old Retaliator stock spring. I changed this guy over to fire Mega XL half darts because they were all that would fit. I painted this one with glow in the dark fabric paint, so it actually glows, and did it up all zombie strike. So that's a project that's on the go. And I also gonna take a K26. This or this. Definitely not this. And the last thing I'll kind of say to you guys, I'm going to be doing a video on that sometime soon. I did set up a Patreon, which is kind of silly, where you can be a member of the Maritime Foam community. And I do have a tier where for like a couple bucks, you can get in. I will name one of my blasters after you, put a name tag on it, and it will be named after you forever. And I'm planning, henceforth, it will be named after you. And as long as or a name of your choosing, as long as it's not profane.
Sure.
And I'm also going to be doing some stuff for just local people too, and adding on a bunch of other stuff. So I'm actually looking forward to that. That'll be kind of fun. So with that, I feel like I'm going to do a quick recap of every blaster for poor Beans Dude who missed it. We had the Hornet, air-powered good time, semi-auto. Excuse me. We had this little Slamfire Scarab.
Oh, you gotta get the wings out.
Super cool from the Max Attack. Oh, I blocked the wings. I need the handle. Super cool little blaster. An alligator. The Manta Ray. So cool. Also a shield. Scorpion. This old Sharpshooter from 1992. I think one of the oldest ones I have. Well, what year was this again?
93.
93. So I think the Sharpshooter still wins. Anyway, as always, thank you. Is anyone else printing Nerf parts? I just did a color change. What are you printing? I am curious. I definitely do lots of printings. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming. Thanks for those who found the stream, even though it started so late without any word of warning from us because we didn't know.
Right.
So we really appreciate that. The next time I'm streaming, my whole plan is to have something with a hardwired internet connection.
Good idea.
I was already planning on doing that, but I didn't see things going quite as south as they did tonight. But we made it through, and we had a good time. USMC Nerf Day, the Manta Ray is his favorite. I don't blame you. The Manta Ray is way more, like, if I could use the word practical, sure. I think it's way more practical than
sure.
like, it's actually like, you know, a shotgun.
Yes,
that you're
blaster.
For blast that you're firing mega and on your wrist. Like, that's a cool blaster. Doing some look and feel parts for the Spectrum. The nameplates, that's cool. The Spectrum is such a good blaster. I've thought about upgrading mine. The only thing about the Spectrum is the Spectrum already performs at like a decent 100 FPS, which is like for parties and stuff is
probably as high as you want to go.
Yeah, if anything, I need to actually get into some lower end mods. Like all the mods I've done for flywheelers have been like 150 plus. I actually need to get into just like creeping that FPS up to like 100 or like 110. So we didn't get it. There's some stuff we didn't get into, but we'll save it for next time. We're at an hour. We're over an hour, and we want to keep it tight. Thanks everyone for watching. Happy birthday to Matt. Thanks everyone who wished him happy birthday. We'll keep you updated with what Matt chooses to do as a big upgrade. He's going to wander around the old Nerf shop and pick out something. If he picks out something I love too much, I'll just give him the old sad teary eye until he moves on to something else.
I will browse your wares.
That's right. So yeah, thanks everyone. Really appreciate it. Really sorry about that slow stream. Thank you, Susan, for coming down to tell us that we were broadcasting to no one. I will say I did think it was a bit weird that the chat was so slow because usually, you know, we have some people coming by. So anyway, until next time, guys, where hopefully we have a more solid stream. Thank you so much, and we'll see you at the next video. Well, cheersies. Okay. Happy birthday, friend.
Thank you.
Glad we did this. Bye, everyone. Now I'm going to do the awkward thing where I have no way to remote shut it off, so I'm going to scooch around. And... That's right. We'll get some theme music going.
See you, everyone. Thanks, me, dude.
Matt will just perform until I shut off the camera.
Right.
Maybe I'll pretend to shut off the camera, and we can get the raw, unfiltered Matt.
The After Dark.
Matt After Dark. I would watch that show. We would tell. All right.